Oh, there have been so many. It's unbelievable. Like, our history is rich. It is beautiful.
Well, I'm a pretty radical person. I tend to go back to Stonewall and stuff because I think that, love a good riot.
Yeah, so the things that happened before I was born, like the partial decriminalisation in the UK in the 60s, which was a huge thing and driven almost entirely by a straight man, I understand. And obviously things like Stonewall, which again had a lot of trans women and people involved. Those people who got up and fought, and I think created the bedrock for everything that came beyond them. Those are the people I'm amazed by.
I am most proud of every LGBTIQ+ person who gets up every day to live their authentic lives despite all the challenges that comes with that.
That you can use the preferred bathroom that you identify as.
I'll probably say kind of the existence being decriminalised, which was really cool.
Personally, I think the fact that bi is actually accepted and used a lot more now is pretty exciting, because I used to be a bi activist when we were just completely invisible, even in the queer community. We were skipped out all the time. We were good for the numbers, but when you actually when it came down to it, we weren't wanted.
I stand on the shoulders of the 78ers, the first Mardi Gras, the people of the first Mardi Gras. They stand on the shoulders of the Stonewallers. They stand on the shoulders of the people who gathered in back alley bars in the 1930s. They stand on the shoulders of the suffragettes and the feminists, because to have a conversation about diversity is to make it a little bit better for the next generation.
The fact that people aren't afraid to be who they are around majority of people.
I think the birth certificate to me is the biggest jump. I was changing my name with birth, death and whatever they were, and they made a mistake and sent out some wrong stuff. But then they sent me an email that said, in May of last year, you can change your gender. Do you want to do it? And yeah, that was great. You can really identify with what you are. I just thought that was great.
I want to say that I see you, I'm proud of you, and together we can do this.
Every single person who doesn't have to come out or doesn't have to make a big deal when they're coming out because people just don't assume that you're cishet. It's really nice. My younger cousin, came out, and it wasn't a big thing. She just was.
I think on a more personal level, the first thing I ever voted in was the referendum on gay marriage, and that meant a lot for me. I don't think that our rights should have been decided by everyone else. I still think it was pretty powerful to know, I'm not particularly interested in marriage, but to know that I could if I wanted to, and that most of society was okay with that, was really, it really impacted me when I was 18. And it was I was on tenterhooks the whole time they were counting it, because I was terrified that we hadn't even moved that far ahead, let alone to any other kind of thing. But it passed, and I remember I was in year 12, and it was on lunch, and I just burst into tears.
Probably the fact that men can marry men and female can marry female now.
I suppose the one that comes to mind immediately is gay marriage. Not that it was that important that people get married, as I always used to say to people. Not necessarily because it allows us to get married, but because it's saying to the world in general, we are entitled to be treated the same way as everyone else.